Whether you are new to our church or you're someone who's been attending for years, I hope that you'll plan to participate in our church picnic next Sunday immediately after the worship service. We're asking that you come to church dressed casual if you'd like to, and immediately after the service leave to the Palm Bay Regional Park down at the end of Malabar Road, as far west as you can go on Malabar Road, for a great time of fun and fellowship. We're providing most of the food. We'll have shade, we'll have games and activities, and it's a great time for you to reconnect with others in our church that maybe it's been a while since you've been able to have a conversation with them. If you're new to our church, this is a great opportunity for you to come in a casual environment, get to know other people at Covenant Presbyterian Church. Oftentimes the picnic is the place where you can meet an individual who can then introduce you to other friends in the church, and you never know, you may end up getting plugged into a Covenant group or some other group of folks in the church that can become lifelong friends. Hope that you'll make plans to come. Our church service will be short next week. It'll be exactly 1 hour, and we're going to have a great time out at the park together, playing games and eating food and talking and fellowshipping.
Now, for those of you who are connected to Covenant, have been coming to Covenant for a while, maybe you remember, use this church picnic as an opportunity to invite your unbelieving friends, maybe your coworker, neighbor, family member, just anybody that you come into contact with who don't know Jesus. And you know, when we think of evangelism, a lot of times we think of preaching on the street corners, handing out pamphlets, beating people over their head with the Bible, things like that. But in reality, the most effective evangelism is relational, is building friendships so that we can build trust with people who don't know Jesus. And in the Bible, in Luke chapter 5, we see this in action. The Apostle Matthew is called by Jesus. Jesus calls out to him and says, "Follow me." And he does. He leaves everything and follows Jesus. And one of the very first things that he does is he throws a big banquet at his house. It's a meal. It's kind of like our picnic. And he brings Jesus and Pharisees and other tax collectors and sinners and prostitutes, and they're all there in his house having a meal and interacting. And in some ways it was kind of a mess, but it was a lot of fun. And they came because they had a friendship with Matthew. And so I just encourage you to see this church picnic as that kind of opportunity to invite your unbelieving friends to a fun event where they can build some relationships, and pray also that God will use this experience to open their eyes to the joy of salvation.
So how can you help? Well, you can help us by filling out your communication card today. Last time 300 people signed up and nearly 700 people showed up, and we ran out of supplies. So fill out your card, make sure you write down how many people are coming, and don't forget your name. If you missed the card but still want to come, you can go to the website. Homepage has an icon for the picnic. Click there and fill out the form. We also need help at the picnic from beginning to end. Setup, food prep and food service, cleanup, and kids' games. We hear some of you make a mean balloon animal. So be sure to come to church with your casual clothes. Bring your food to the courtyard before the service, and the deacons will collect it and bring it over to the park for you. And even though Palm Bay Regional Park is great, there's not a lot of shade. So if you have big umbrellas or pop-up shade structures, you can bring those too. See you at the park.